I almost got a Lego impaled in my foot. Hey, I'm here to give you a secret to solving percentages. In your whole math journey, this is going to be like a 3-5 minute video tops. In your whole math journey, one of the major things, hi Olivia, one of the things that the kids need to master is solving percentages. It's part of the foundation in mathematics, and they're going to see it a lot once they start to get in 6th grade and up. And basic percentages, like what is 15% of 125, may cause some of our brains to hurt, but that's like the basic kind of percentages. But let me give you what I call a secret decoder ring. This trick was taught to me by a teacher named Jamie, and I caught her one day and said, Jamie, can you help me with percentages? I get what, or 15, I get basic percentages, but I get confused when they get worded differently. Can you help me? She said, sure. She grabbed a napkin and she said, all you need to know is over of. I said, what? She said, seriously, all you need to know is over of. And let me show you what I mean. Let me make sure you can see on my board. So what is, and I'm going to use easy numbers because I don't want to hurt my brain. What is 10% of 200? She goes, this is where you do is over of. You start with an equal sign, and then you create the lines for two fractions. On this side, you write the word is, and then you put that over the word of. On this side, you're going to put the percentage symbol. And remember, percentages are always over 100. This is a secret decoder ring. This right here is the magic. She said, so now you take your problem, you switch colors in your ink, if you can, and now you circle the percentage, and then you do a squiggly line under the thing that is captured with the is, and you put two lines under the of. Now you're ready to use your decoder key, and you just fill in what you know. So that the kids always write this first, and now you solve the problem. So now this is the formula. I always require my kids to write the formula first and then to use it. So this is how it would work. What is over of? So do I have a percentage? There's my percentage. That would mean that number it's always over 100. Percentages are always over 100. Can you see, oh, I have an of, so that would go next to the of on the equation. And then, oh, I don't know what is, so that's where my x would go. And then you would solve this with cross multiplication. Let me show you on this side. I did a couple more problems to show you. Using the secret decoder key of is over of, what is 10% of 130? I'm going to do the same thing, and I can't pull my table over, but what is 10% of 130? 10 is what percent of 240? 12 is 15% of what number? So here I have three percentage problems. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of these, and I'm going to find the percentages, because I'm just going to code them. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to circle the 10%. Then over here, there isn't a percentage given. It just says what percent. So I'm going to circle that. Down here, the percentage says 15%. Okay, so I got that. Looking at my decoder, I need to do a squiggly line under anything that would be with the is. So what is, 10 is, 12 is. Now I'm almost ready to start solving these problems. Then two lines under the of numbers. Of 130, of 240. Ooh, this one is where I don't know what number that is. For the sake of this, I'm going to show you with green. I would code all my percentage problems, and now I'm actually ready to solve them. So I put my is over of. I don't have room to write it twice on my whiteboard, but I just write my code, and then I can start filling it in. 10%, 10% is always over 100. This one, I don't know the percent, so since I don't know it, I'm going to put an X over 100. And then here, this is 15%. So now I can fill in, do I have my is over here? Nope, I don't know what is. I can see it's of is 130. Here, I can see my of is 240, and my is number is 10. It's just fill in the blank at this point. I have my is number is 12, and I don't know what that number is. Okay, so what does this mean? Once you have this established, once you have it set up into this format, the basic math at this point is simply to cross multiply and solve for x. So I'm looking for what is 10% of 130? Well, when I cross multiply, I'm going to end up with 13. What is 10% of 130? 13. And you can solve any percentage problems with this is over of. The secret to it is looking at the problem and then circling the percentage, figuring out what is, figuring out what of is, filling in the blank, and then solving for x, whatever that is. 6th grade and up. This single key, when my kids open their math books and they say, oh, it's on percentages, we all go like this. Because we know exactly how to solve them. We don't even look at the directions in any other math book on the planet, because once you master this, you can solve every percentage problem out there. It's fantastic. So it doesn't matter. Is it what is 10% of a number? A number is what percent of another number? Or a number is a specific percent of an unknown number? Doesn't matter what format it is. You simply use your code to fill in your magic is over of formula, and you will be able to solve any percent problem. This has saved us so much time, so much effort. It takes a little bit of practice at first. When I first learned this, my second son was in high school, struggling with percentages, but didn't want to use the secret decoder ring. I'm like, Micah, you gotta use the secret code. He's like, I don't want to use the secret code. I just want to solve it the way that the book says. Remember, math is all about finding the pattern and solving the problems. That's it. You don't get a magic button whether or not you add on your fingers, whether you use your calculator, shouldn't use your calculator, whether you use your calculator or your phone. What really matters is that you get to the proper answer, the specific answer. And if you can find the pattern or the secret code or the shortcut to help you solve math, it gives you more time to do other things, like play basketball or crochet, or go for a drive, or learn how to bake homemade pizza, right? So this secret code will help your kids solve percentages. So I just wanted to share that with you. I do have a roadmap for math over there somewhere, wherever the link is. Math is about, in the beginning, really firmly establishing your foundation in mathematics. Don't move on to algebra, calculus, and other alphabetas until you've established your foundation in math. And percentages is a big one. So I hope that helps. If you have questions, let me know. Grab your roadmap, and I'll see you soon. Bye.